One of my big old shirts out here. Nice logo. I want to holler at y'all about Jay-Z and my boy Big Mike. Black Mike. I'm sorry, Killer Mike. Because it's a bunch of Mikes in hip hop, but his name is Killer Mike, not Black Mike. And he won 3 awards last night at the Grammys. Well, I guess 2 nights ago. But the real dilemma is that he got arrested by the police, which is real crazy. You know, especially somebody that win. You know, it's hard to win them awards because it's other people choosing. You don't know who they're gonna choose if they're gonna choose you. But he didn't just win; he did a clean sweep. He hit and won every award. And but the real conversation is that his award was not televised, and with it not being televised, nobody even knew. So it almost seemed like they had to do the arrest of him to get the message out there, because who would even know that he was arrested? And then we also want to discuss Jay-Z. He got the situation with him being a billionaire and going up there doing a speech on behalf of the Grammys and winning an award, which got my man's name on it. What's his name? Dr. Dre, Andre Young. And him basically going in there and being okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? It's like, bro, you can't be this weak, man. I know y'all want to fit in. I know y'all want to be down with people, but y'all look really weak, man. So I'm about to put a poll up there so y'all can answer this when you come in. Attending. All right, that's that poll. That's gonna give y'all a second when you come in here. You can answer that if you feel like it. But the objective is that Big Mike went to jail, and the crazy conversation that's coming in as to why he went to jail was that they saying it was a citizen's arrest. Somebody was trying to attempt on him. But when the cops got there, it must have been a white person. They actually took him into jail, even after he was winning awards and came to the award show and flew in town from Atlanta and just a lot of stuff. He was able to get hit over the head with an actual charge. So now you got to sort everything out. They got to bring witnesses in there. They got to bring people in there to gauge what happened, like what really went down. So we got to figure that out because I don't see him as a threat, as a person that started shit. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him in that regard, but it's just not right. But we got a statement from Killer Mike. I want to see if I can let y'all read this, hear this being read. All right, let's go.
A source close to TMZ, a source close to KM tells us, TMZ, that he and his team ran into a little mishap while trying to enter the venue. Although it's unclear if they were re-entering or coming in for the first time. In any case, TMZ, they were told there was considerable confusion about where to go, how to get in.
It normally is.
And as Mike and company were trying to figure this out, they encountered a security guard who apparently started giving them a hard time, with Mike choosing to keep it pushing, keep it moving. All right.
That was smart.
So TMZ sources said the whole situation was completely overblown, and Mike's team is confident, as is he, that his name will be cleared when the facts are laid out or laid bare. Mike is facing a misdemeanor battery charge.
Damn, that's heavy duty, though.
A citizen's arrest was conducted.
Because you out of town. A citizen's arrest? Who is this lame popping out on you like that, man?
And whole thing kind of put a damper on his big Grammy wins. He's still happy about the accolades for Michael, not to mention also a very successful surgery for his son.
So you've been through a lot, man. Then you go up here and got to go through that.
Sigh of relief.
It's different.
After the surgery to give his son a new kidney went successfully, Mike told him his 12-year-old son, Michael Ponyboy Render.
Let's see how old his son is again.
He's 21-year-old.
21. That's the same age my kid is.
Michael Ponyboy Render came through the transplant and, quote,
wow,
did really well.
Congratulations to him. See, people
He
be
says
going
Killen
through
will
stuff.
be in
Motherfuckers just don't
recovery
even be
for a few
knowing.
hours
Straight
before
up.
he's moved back to his hospital room, but they're already seeing some positive signs. Mike says it looks like the kidney is already used.
Yo,
With your
so
brother.
you
Now,
see what's going on with his kid, man. They were stressed out having an issue at home. You know what I'm saying? And most time people do. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know that. It ain't your personal business. But, you know what I mean? Even you got some stuff that's going on in your crib and it's not nobody business. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you go through stuff out in the world, like you have to face the music, you have to face other humans. And it could definitely be daunting, especially if the people are, you know what I'm saying, being, you know, not understanding. So, because somebody like Killer Mike, they say he won an award 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago. That's a long time ago. And I'm sure he wasn't at the level he was now. But if you heard his speech, you know, Killer Mike's speech, that really was the kill. That was the actual win right there, because he is actually an older guy now, and now he got shit down there 4 Grammys. But you see what he said, like, yo, man, anybody could do it. You know, he just really had a dope speech. I'm gonna try to play it if I can get to it real quick and let y'all hear that, because sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself beyond understanding. And it's almost like a strength that nobody could ever even fathom. You know what I'm saying? But it's in you. So I'm gonna skip to that little speech. Here it is.
Hey! Hey!
Geeked up, boy.
Where's my old lady at? Where my wife at? I'm not gonna take too much of your time. Hopefully I get to come back up here. I heard you guys clapping when they called my name, so I'm gonna take my shades off. I wanna
Make it
say
sometimes, boy.
I'm from the Southeast. Like DJ Paul, I'm a black man in America, and as a kid, I had a dream to become a part of music.
Wow.
And that 9-year-old is excitedly dancing inside of me right now. I
Let's go.
Loma Vista, Adam, Tom, Todd, Ryan, all of you guys. I want to thank my
He named all the people, but let's get to the main one. The main congratulations. I mean, like this the one that everybody talking about right here.
Killer Mike.
Let's start that again. He's screaming early. You hear that? He's screaming with the goddamn music playing. Let's go. For real.
You cannot tell me that you get too old. You can't tell me it's too late.
Ooh, you hear that?
Tell me dreams come true. It is a sweep.
It's a sweep. He won every award at the award show. See that? Just by having a little self-belief, man. You never know what can happen. They shut him down. They shut him down a little early on that last one, but he was hitting some heavy speeches on the first 2.
And the Grammy goes too.
And it's about time. But you know, the sad part is that they didn't actually showcase it, and that's the real issue. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they needed to put that out there. You know, we want to see that because, you know, black people watching. Imagine this. In February, they got everything white controlled, but black people watch. So they got the Grammys first week of February, second week, which is Black History Month. Everybody's stuck in the crib, especially in the town I am in, which is Chicago. It's frozen outside. Even even at 30 degrees is unreal cold. So, and that's an actual warm up. It was -11 like about 2 weeks ago. So anyway, then you got where he could win, and he put such an emphasis on never giving up and putting your heart and soul into something like that. And but I wish that Jay-Z would have actually spoke a little bit more about, you know, we're gonna transition to the Jay-Z section of the video, because Jay-Z is actually, like, you can assume the billionaire. He's the most important black person in rap history, and especially in rap history, but in right now today. He's an older guy, 50 years old, and 50 something, and so he's like really important. He's the Dave Chappelle of hip hop. You know, But when he got up on the stage, he talked about his wife, and a lot of people been asking me, "Yo, Hood, why the hell did he do that? Why didn't he do that when Kanye did it back in the day?" And I've been saying to him, like, Jay-Z doesn't have that in him. Like, a person like Kanye, this, whoever watching this video, a person like Kanye is gonna speak up. He's not gonna hold his tongue in certain things that he have an issue with or feel compassionate about. I even made a joke to my lady. I said, if Kanye was in heaven, he would literally ask God, "Why did you have me down there with them? If I knew I was a God the whole time, I didn't have to wait all this time to come up here with you." He would question God. This is who he is as a person. So why would when he spoke up for Jay-Z at that time, his wife, I told my lady, I said, Jay-Z would probably never have Kanye West around him again. My lady's like, "Nah, what you talking about? They his best friend. He his mentor." I said, "Yeah, but that made Jay look like a hoe when you speaking up for his wife. And then you'll really get up on the stage in front of everybody. Nobody ever did this before in the history of television. Kanye is that kind of person. He jumped up there and embarrassed the guy by jumping up there speaking about his wife. And as a man, that's gonna make you feel weird because it's like, yo, that's supposed to be my job. And your lady ain't gonna say shit right up front. But when you get them arguments with her, she gonna mention that. "Oh yeah, but Kanye." So he like, "Look, nigga, you can't come around us because you're gonna make a drive a wedge in between us." And if you think about that, at that time, Kanye was not dating Kim Kardashian. So in a lot of men, I'm talking about dudes. I ain't talking about like TV, but I'm talking about dudes. In a lot of ways, he was making a move on Kim. I mean, on Beyonce. He was just doing it to the world, so the world could see. I love this woman, and I'm gonna tell everybody about it. And it's like, whoa, nigga, I'm married to her, and we got kids. The fuck are you doing? And so let me pull away from you. And if you remember, Kanye West ultimately got on stage and started snapping about Jay-Z, going crazy, having those blow up attacks. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I could play that Taylor Swift moment that he actually did this, and this is 2009. You know what I'm saying? So this is a long time ago, but let's just hear him saying what he did with Taylor Swift.
Thank you so much for giving me a
She at
chance
the
to win a
mic.
VMA award.
VMAs. It wasn't the Grammys, it was the VMAs.
So Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
What? Shooting her face like.
Videos of all time.
And he handed her the mic. He handed her the mic right back. But even though that really wasn't a bad thing he did, it upstaged Jay. It really upstaged Jay because Jay, he don't talk like that. He a low key dude. He's still the type of guy. He just move a little silent. He's like Frank Sinatra on the black side. He move a little silent. People that surround him, they know what he do. They know how he kick it. But we really know what Jay-Z on. You know what the fuck Kanye on. He on a video. He on a interview. He'll put it out there to the world. You know what I'm saying? But he's not the kind of person that's going to actually hold his tongue. But Jay is a quiet guy. He ain't going to talk too much. He ain't going to put that kind of shit out there. I was going to play another video about Jay-Z and we got Kanye. Let's play Jay-Z acceptance speech where he finally speaks up for his wife. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because you waited all this time. They look at him as goofy, even though I don't look at Jay as goofy. I look at him as older. He looks at shit from a perspective of a grown man. Like, I'm an older guy. I'm not about to embarrass myself. So this is speech.
Obviously, it's subjective because, it's music and it's opinion based. But, some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed.
Yo, I'm gonna say real quick, when he talked about his wife, they cut to her, and you could see in her face. You could look at this on your YouTube. When you see her face, to me, she looked just like Will Smith's wife did when he slapped the guy in the face, Chris Rock, because she got that look like about time that we at the crib and you talk all this shit in the bedroom and by the pillow, but you don't never say this shit out loud. When Kanye did that in 2009, that's damn near 20 years ago. It's literally 15 years ago. But now you talk about all these a decade and a half, and you're gonna speak up for her. What made him do that? Maturity. He now feel like, okay, I'm on the good side. I'm on the side of the people who I want to be a part of, the white people who rich, and they call me a billionaire. I'm gonna speak to power, but I'm not gonna be too political. So, for instance, they didn't even show none of the black musicians, the rap part, televised. He didn't speak on that. And then, if you pay attention to some of his actual speech, he dissed another person's protest, and it was like, what the fuck? Why would you diss them? But that's his opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and you don't hear from Jay-Z, so you only hear from his opinion very slightly and very sparingly. But he did say what he said, so I'm gonna play that part where he talk about dissing Will Smith and them because of them actually boycotting the award show back in the day. But it's like, why he be so mad at motherfuckers boycotting? Jay don't like that shit for some reason.
Honored to accept it. And thank you to the Black Music Collective for all the work that you guys do. Scholarships for young. How far we've come with Will Smith and them, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
That part.
Winning their first Grammy in '89. And boycotting because it wasn't televised. And then they went to like a hotel and watched the Grammys. I didn't even understand what wasn't a great boycott.
There you go again, but I know it's a joke, but it's like, come on, man. Don't diss them. But he kept it 100. I'm going to tell you the truth. He kept it 100.
I was nominated for Best Rap Album, and DMX had dropped 2 albums that year. They both were #1. Shout out to DMX. And he wasn't nominated at all.
They don't really rock
so
with the black
I boycotted, and I watched the Grammys.
So at least he kept it 100, because I thought he was going to say, man, my homies hung out. We had never watched this shit. So a lot of people was mad at Jay because they said, why didn't you say something about the stuff being televised? And I even got an opinion to this degree. Imagine this. He got the Andre Young Dr. Dre Award. At one point, he shouts out Dr. Dre. Yo, what's up, Dre? Thank you for this. Dre right there in the audience. And I thought about this. I said,
all the doors that you open.
Jay, hold up, here you go.
First of all, thanks to Dr. Dre, who said he in the house, he's somewhere. Up there he is. Andre Young, thank you, sir. All the doors that you open, showed us that we can be rock stars. Seeing you on the Rolling Stone. Obviously, there's Run DMC.
Right, so he loving Jay. He loving Dr. Dre, and Dr. Dre actually he paved the way for this kind of award to even happen. He's a little older than Jay-Z, so. But he's a billionaire as well. He might have went through a divorce and some of that money get taken. But then you got Jay-Z, who's a billionaire. So I told my lady, I said, can you imagine that both the black billionaires, the black men from hip hop, the black billionaires who white people say are billionaires, are in the same room? So if they wanted to, they could kidnap them, bomb them, whatever the fuck, and then it'd be no more black billionaires from hip hop. But these guys are workers. So when it's time for them to get the phone call to come show up to be at the job is the award show. You got to show up. The lady called them, hey, what's up? Your schedule like this. You're going to be there from this time, whatever. You know what to do. You know how to get here. Your money will be in the bank. Bam, that's the job. So they go to do their service. The Jay-Z services, he show up, and that's his image. But the idea that 2 billionaires can be in the same room and they can kind of coexist. They friends, they cool with each other. But let's just think about it from this perspective. The person that owned Nabisco, would you assume that that's a billionaire? Now, let's say the person that owned Kellogg, would you assume that that's a billionaire? Why have you never seen both of them in the same room? Why have you never seen a person who owned Kellogg and Nabisco in the same room? Why have you never seen a person who owned Nike and a person who owned Adidas in the same room? Why don't you see that? Why don't you ever see the person who owned YouTube and the person who owned Twitter in the same room? And for whatever, an award show, a fucking symposium, some digital conversations, whatever the fuck they talk about. You don't see that. The people are not intertwined. If you're a CEO of KFC, you're not hanging out with the CEO of Popeyes. You don't have a hangout session or play cards with the nigga who owns Brown's Chicken. You personal, you private, your thing you do is you and your team and your people, your family, your thing until you die. And that's just what it is on the white side. But on the black side, they are basically workers and they're being told what to do. So it's like, yo, you get an award show, you finna get the Dr. Dre award. Bet, okay, I gotta show up, they want me to be there. So he doesn't have a standard. He don't have a limit to say, okay, I got enough for fucking awards. I don't even want that shit. But then his speak out is for his wife. It's not for black people. It's not for blackness. It's not even for boycotting. He said by his own admission that when it was a boycott moment in his younger years, he really didn't do that shit. You know, he watched the shit anyway. But what did you gain from watching it? Here you are 25, 30 years into the future, and it's the same thing. So basically, you're perpetuating the racism that you get. You're paying for it. You're being financed by it. You're putting your image towards it, even though it's bad for you. It's ugly. It's dirt. It stink. It's not even nothing you like. They even treating your lady bad. He basically saying this. Y'all keep calling me up in here saying show up, but my girl at the crib, she's sad that she ain't getting the main award. But y'all calling me like, look, we made a whole new award for you. Ain't nobody got this but just you. And it's like, well, damn, my girl at the crib, she want this one thing. Y'all won't give it to her. Well, we keep giving her shit. Why she complaining? And that would be logical. What the hell is she complaining for? If you got the most awards ever, what the fuck you care about the main one? Somebody else might get that. Big fucking deal. But in her position and how she feels, she want that. So they have value in the Grammy. So they're not going to go against that. That validation, that connection is probably what they have seeked and wanted since they were kids. And nothing wrong with that. Because we all watch TV. We all was wanting to be stars and be somebody. But I'm just saying that you can't expect somebody like Jay-Z to speak up for his wife, to speak up for black culture, to speak up for nothing, because that's just not who he is. He's just not that kind of guy. He's the person that's going to speak when he get the moment. So from 2009 to 2015, 2024, he's talked continuously about his woman in his rhymes and, you know, in his interviews, but he doesn't speak out about her. So now he finally do. But if you compare that to what Kanye West did, he did that shit for some chick he wasn't even with. He didn't date her. He still ain't dating Beyonce. But he just still spoke out. And when he finally did get a bad chick, a billionaire, a Kardashian, that shit crashed and burned. Because he can't handle a chick like that. His woman, nowadays, his new wife is like somebody, I'm not familiar with her like that. But, you know, that's probably more his style. Somebody who she's not just as famous as him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad Jay-Z spoke up. I wish he would have had more to say. But, you know, he getting an Impact Award. He don't want to make a negative impact in that moment. It's literally called the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award. So the both billionaires that we have in the black culture in one room, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, nothing happened. It's probably not even a fathom or something like that. I guess I'm a filmmaker, so my brain would say, here is for the people to come and kidnap them and then see if America will give them money. And then America turn around and say, we don't negotiate with terrorists. And they'd be like, yeah, but we got y'all 2 billionaires locked down in our little bunker, and we ain't giving them up unless you do this and then free these people who locked up. And then they sit up and say, well, look like you're going to be keeping some billionaires. And then we be like, with the black culture, like, what the fuck? Wait, well, you can look right here in history where this happened, and look, and Jesse Jackson helping get these terrorists. They let these people out. You're not gonna go get Dr. Dre. They fucking bombed the goddamn Grammys. They took them. What the hell? People died that day, and they'd be like, sorry, we don't negotiate with terrorists, and they'd be like, what? And so now it's these black dudes that become this motherfucking cell that go after these people to try to get these black guys free. And they just basically a ragtag crew of people who really don't know each other, but they got this training. And so our main character is the guy who's going to lead them. But he's reluctant to go because when he needed support back in the time when he was in the army, they didn't send it. And some of his men died. So he don't want to go. But he has to go because he's a person who loved hip hop and he believed that this is wrong for them not going to get them and bring them back. So now he go with his team. They go over there. And you got to tell me who the actor's going to be in this movie, because I'm making this up right now. This is what filmmaking is. Y'all brainstorming with me. So anyway, he go cross country and they go over here and they try to get these guys back. And they end up winning, but he lose 3 or 4 of his men along the way. And he find like it's a reason that they did this because Jay-Z and them was a part of some kind of corporate thing that was helping technology and prisons and all that, and they was using their money to do that. So when he finally get this information, he come confront them and getting ready to take them back, and he wonders should he do it, because if he bring them back, they're gonna continue to bring this thing that ultimately is bringing down the culture, not just black culture, but everybody, because it's a billionaire, it's a money thing. And he didn't see this. He saw it from a black perspective. But now he wondered, should he do it? And so he confront them and say, yo, I can leave y'all ass over here. But if I take you back, you got to commit to doing better. And they both be like, hell yeah. And he be like, nah, you got to do something better than that to prove that you're going to do this. And they sit right there and they use money to get things accomplished over the phone. And they come back to America and they really do keep up with their word. And then they start changing things, not just for black culture, but globally for everybody, because this shit shocked them. And then they'd be like, damn, I ain't even mad at America for not coming to get us, because we would have never knew how to get to this next phase if we didn't do this. And then our main character, them, they go back underground and nobody ever hear from them. You don't even know how they got home. They actually have put it on somebody else. They'd be like Tyrese and them brought them home. Yeah, so these are the storylines that we come up with, man. And we make the movies. We make it happen. Yo, thank y'all for watching this video, man. It's your boy, Hood Films. Love you. We're going to sign off, but we're going to get y'all with another subject matter very soon.